Two very extraordinary young men, Nikhil Arora and Alex Velez, founded BTTR Ventures very recently, obviously. Their business will blow your minds. This is the product. You can get used coffee grounds and raise mushrooms under your sink. With that, I give you Nick and Alex.
All right, everyone, well, good evening, and first of all, thank you very much for inviting us here. It's definitely a huge honor, and I guess we're excited to use these few minutes we have with you guys to share a little bit more about our story, our company, and our products as well. So, my name is Nikhil Arora, this is Alex Velez, as we kind of talked about, and the two co-founders of Back to the Roots, a 100% sustainable urban mushroom farm located up in Northern California in the Bay Area. And and it's a company that we started literally a year ago now, while in our last semester at UC Berkeley, we were in a business ethics class, and we came across, which looking back now, it's a pretty random idea, that you can grow gourmet mushrooms entirely on recycled coffee grounds. And I think something about that idea of being able to turn, in a country, first of all, I was drinking coffee day in and day out, and to be able to turn waste to wages through fresh, local, sustainable food is something that kind of inspired us. And it must have been right before spring break last year where we decided turning his fraternity kitchen into a mini science experiment. Collected 10 different buckets of coffee grounds from local cafes, mixed them in with some mushroom seeds we picked up and were donated to by local mushroom farmers, and went off to spring break still thinking really nothing of it in that sense. And out of these 10 buckets, 9 of them completely contaminated, but one of them just has this beautiful crop of, in this case, pearl oyster mushrooms grown out of entirely recycled coffee grounds. I think we both saw that, that one bucket, and I think that's where we first got inspiration and said, you know what, there's something to this idea. And we're collecting about 10,000 pounds a week of coffee grounds from Pete's Coffee and Tea East Bay stores, and using that as a growing medium for the growing mushrooms and the mushroom kits. And I don't know, Alex, maybe you want to talk a little more about just, I guess what gets us up every morning still.
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the most exciting things is that the fact that in a small way, a very powerful way, is that we're really innovating the mushroom industry and the coffee industry. And right now, we actually, our mushroom farm uses 30% less energy use than any other mushroom farm out there, and that's because we, in some sense, piggyback off of Pete's Coffee's energy use. When they make their coffee, it sterilizes our growing medium, and they put it in a sterile black bag, which we pick up every single morning. And the second thing, by replacing the sawdust and oak chip that most standard growers use, we actually are reducing the tons of trees that are being cut, mostly abroad in China, because it's more cost effective for them to cut them. And I think thirdly is the fact that we're able to do this all in an urban setting because of these two other facts, and that's we're able to do it urban gardening and hire local urban employees. Maybe to step back a little bit and talk about what is our vision. And I think ultimately it's to have utmost responsibility in every single decision that we make and to continually innovate. And ultimately it's to really take this green buzzword that is being thrown around everywhere right now and turning it into a tangible, standard way of life and across the world. Literally put this in your kitchen windowsill. You make a slit at the front of the box. You mist, or your kids mist once a day. And within 10 to 14 days, you actually get a full flush, a full crop of gourmet mushrooms out the front. You turn it over. You get some out the back. And keep in mind that this is all recycled coffee grounds inside. It's printed on soy ink. It's all compostable material. The packaging is. And we've literally grown this from 1 Berkeley Whole Foods in March into 89 Whole Foods today, and about 150 by the holidays as a perfect kind of green gift and little experiment educational activity. Yeah. Thank you very much.